early stage in his career, it's hard to gauge just how good he is considering the opponents he's faced. But he hasn't put a foot wrong yet, and has shown amazing speed and explosive power while continuously flexing that eye-catching Matrix-style move.
They're still fighting.
We have the man that literally made the Matrix-style of boxing popular and fun to watch again, Vasily Lomachenko.
He should call himself Nomaschenko, because all these undefeated fighters keep quitting right after they realize this is no longer an athletic competition. And now he's about to kick my ass. Oh, what a sensational right hook!
Lomachenko surprised me this year, as I never thought he'd be able to improve as drastically as he has over the last 12 months or so.
He's skillfully inclined. The technician, or whatever we call him, high tech, is definitely him. But he fights anybody that they put in front of him. That's what I love to see. He is a true champion, and he don't care who it may be, what weight it may be, where, when, or why, he will show up.
In the gym, he's still finding ways to sharpen his game and refine those awesome moves that saw him dominate and ultimately forced to retire 5 opponents, 3 of which were from this year, which is a nice steady activity rate for a modern-day boxer.
Lomachenko is a quarterback. He's Brady. He's Montana. He's dominant. He does it all.
Hurry, gotta get out here before the water.
The performance of the year is normally a hard one to get people to agree on. It's either you like early dominant knockouts or 12-round masterclasses. But I personally feel you can balance a match of both, and that brings us perfectly to number 3, with Srisaket Rumfasai's destructive rematch performance over pound-for-pound star Ramon Gonzalez.
That Chocolatito in Srisaket Rumfasai has simply found the guy, the one person on the planet who might have his number. So obviously respect Rumfasai.
We'll fight to the death. Fight to the death!
Rather than throw, he's allowed Soren Lise to throw vertically. Not simply the Chocolatito. Now he goes a second time, and this is it. This is over. He is knocked out. Tremendous performance. Spectacular.
Come back here,
Billy Joe Saunders' recent win over the dangerous power puncher David Lemieux was like watching Pablo Picasso paint the perfect picture.
This fight ain't over.
Shows you what true boxing should look like when you get it down.
Oh shit.
But that move just then. Run, hold.
He was simply 2 steps ahead at all times, making a miss with ease and coming back to some perfectly timed shots.
You put a boxing move on him, and it's like watching a wet gem in baseball. And that's like watching a power hitter in baseball.
Saunders leaped up into the rafters with his glove shielding his eyes as if to say, aha, that one went off. So much for just the jab. Some solid left hands over the top by Billy Joe Saunders.
You keep saying you want my WBO belt when I was 14 stone out of shape and wasn't in love with boxing. Then you wanted
This
to
guy's dead over here.
fight me now. Now fight me. We'll see a different story. You'll be punching fresh air.
Saunders made his 3rd WBO title defense.
I don't even know how that happened. It must have been that last little shuffle.
Billy Joe Saunders against Lemieux? Yeah, against Lemieux. Who's going to beat him? He's amazing. He might be a beat Triple G. He's
I
amazing.
ain't done. Leave me alone.
With a huge
You
swing in
scum.
his right hand. He goes like this. He misses it. Yeah. He puts on the brakes. Billy Joe looks like he's who are you trying to hit?
Of course, it would be criminal to look past the magical performance of Vasily Lomachenko over Jason Sosa in Asia.
Lomachenko is one of those fighters who has so many, oh my God, did you see that move? Like a rapper with punchlines where you gotta keep rewinding because they're coming so fast at you, you don't remember, you can't keep up with them all.
Sosa tried desperately to make the fight competitive, but Vasily was in full Matrix mode, dodging and slipping everything, and coming back with a mindful domination.
They made him stand still. Sosa just
Come on.
stand still. And right now,
Got him. Come on.
he's just trying to figure out where he can get
Oh, a little tail.
punch and where he's going to be when he comes. I can't think of anyone quite like Lomachenko. He's showing us something new.
That was close.
The fights that he has on his resume.
Oh,
He's
darn.
been around a long time and he has
Fuck.
When Loma fights like this, it's going to be a tough
Gotta
fight.
get out of here.
Anyone
I'm
that has
busy.
the stats for it.
Oh, come on. Grupo. Fuck. Little cat. Oh. Damn.
Our next category will be dedicated to the top contenders of the year. So
have to
these
try
are
and run
guys
back
that may
over
not
there.
hold a belt yet, or are
cat
only
wasn't
one or two
helping me.
defenses into their reign and are making big noise without being regarded as elite pound-for-pound fighters. Number 3 will have to go to Chris Eubank Jr. for his emphatic one-sided wins over Reynold Quinlan, Arthur Abraham, and Avni Yildirim, the last of which ended in a brutal knockout.
Good, at least it's this right here.
The 28-year-old super middleweight from Brighton won over a lot of fans this year for his exciting fighting style that many believe will see him go on to be victorious in the Super Series tournament.
That corpse not there anymore?
He's
Damn.
brash, he's cocky, he showboats, but ultimately he's trying to put on a show for the fans watching at home.
Hoping to get that
Something
tail.
you have to respect and continue. I've been majorly impressed with both of the Charlo brothers in the last few years.
Yeah. I'm usually right into that 160. I feel like it's my turn, and I'm going to go get it.
They're both out to prove themselves as the best in their respective weight categories and express their confidence regularly.
And so I knew I was going to have to get in there and be a dog and be a lion. And then you start a dog bark.
In particular, Jermell Charlo had a standout 2017 with victories over Charles Hartley and Erickson Lubin. The latter being a fight that was
Oh,
being
tail
used
is
as a
still there.
complete coin
Good.
flip by the boxing public before he went out
The
and
other body
flattened him in the
disappeared.
first round.
Hammer, but 11 of his knockouts.
That was amazing.
Jermell now has a record of 30-0 and will undoubtedly be
That was a
featured in a
crazy fight.
pound-for-pound list next year rather than a contenders list.
Oh, I gotta kill that guy too. Where's he at?
Knockout of the Year has been a tough one to narrow down. From January to December, we have been treated by some of the finest KOs in recent years. But our number 3 slot goes to the fastest knockout in championship history. Zolani Tete versus Sivaniso Gonya. Check it out.
One of the great avoided fighters. I think very much so, John. An avoided man indeed. Oh, that's the reason why. Goodness me, first punch of the fight, and it's all over. It's knocked it unconscious.
At number 2, we have the David Lemieux shootout with fellow knockout merchant Curtis Stevens. The fans knew the fight was never going to go the distance, but I don't think many expected someone to be laid out for 5 minutes unconscious.
Who's he fighting over there?
Knockout victory. Lemieux got what he was looking for on a perfect right hand.
At number 1, we have the frightening knockout blow delivered by Mikey Garcia over Dayan Latifi. The punch could be felt all around the stadium, and I remember being genuinely worried that Dayan would ever make it back to his feet again. Make sure that you tune in to part 2 of this video next time. We'll be finishing off the year-end awards with categories like Fighter of the Year and the Fan Favorite Fight of the Year. Lots of epic stuff to come, so be sure to subscribe if you're new and hit that like button if you want the video sooner rather than later. Until next time, fight fans, this is Boxing Focus TV, signing off. Welcome back to Boxing Legends TV's big year-end recap for the sport of boxing.
What the fuck?
You guys have all seen part 1 of the video with categories like the best Matrix
Come
boxer
on.
and knockout of the year. Today, we'll be taking a look at the legendary categories like Fighter of the Year and the Heart Racing Fight of the Year, which, by the way, has been extremely hard to narrow down.
Big hook to the body.
If you enjoy our videos, please hit that thumbs up button, as it goes a long way to helping our channel grow, and we're trying to reach our goal of 1 million subscribers in 2018. knew at some point I would have to narrow all the great fights from this year down to just 3 minutes, and I can tell you it's been tough.
What do we say about kicking off the year with a bang?
At number 3, we have round 1 from Conor Benn versus Cedric Pinaud on December 13th.
Fifth and final appearance of 2017 for Conor Benn, who's made it into the last 6 months.
In what was supposed to be another flashy learning performance for young Conor Benn, he had to learn the hard way that a motivated journeyman could beat the best of an inexperienced prospect if given the chance. And he almost did that by scoring 2 knockdowns in the opening round.
Good experience for Ben.
Ben, just like his father would have, decided to go all guns blazing instead of getting on his bike, and the first round became a shootout.
Crisis of his career so far. He reacts with fire. That's what he does. What a terror here in the first round until he was turned over by Michael Watson. But that was a level higher, much higher than this. Trying to get his own right hands going, but he's being counted by Paul Williams. Ben taking body shots. Down twice. Oh, and he's really putting it all on the line here, Conor Benn. He's all about massive risks here, Tony. That was the most dramatic 3 minutes in any prospect's career this year.
In what could have become upset of the year, instead it became a genuine contender for fight and comeback of the year for Ben. The two exchanged relentlessly for the remaining 5 rounds, and Ben, in my opinion, rightfully edged out a decision.
I learned from this. I'm only 21 years old, and I went through the trenches, which half the novices don't do.
I remember being overly excited when the two heavyweight prospects, Izu Agona and Dominic Brazil, were paired up to match each other on February 25th.
Ugono, by the way, is 6'5", but you see Brazil towers over him at 6'7" plus.
Brazil was coming off a pretty brutal defeat to Joshua, and Izu had the looking of a potential major threat to the
Ah.